Hey guys, this is our new recap of the week. We're going to be doing divisions 4 and 5A as always. To me, we have a guest star, which is going to be JJ Cash. Say hi.
Hey y'all, how's it going?
And this week is going to be our talk about the last one and what to do after this, and playoff contention and stuff like that. Or not playoff
Talking about
contention,
the
but
teams
being in
moving
playoffs.
forward, what they got in the playoffs, what they might have next season.
You know. So since we have you here, what do you feel about being in the playoff spots?
I'm pretty happy. That was definitely my goal going into the season. I'm not really gonna say it out front, but I would have considered it a failure to not hit the playoffs with the roster I was blessed to have there.
Okay. And why do you think humans were doing so well this season, man?
Rolling stat ups and doubles, it's a pretty solid game plan.
Yeah. So
The stat freaks bailed me out of a lot of games, so
you're just having all the skills, and then you're allowed to just throw on stats, and it worked.
pretty much, I mean, they've been my favorite team for a while. I like the speed, I like the hybrid bashiness of them, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if I've ever had a team that got this lucky with the level ups in a league format like this.
Mm-hmm. And then you also did
It's
play
been
the
fun.
market, so you think that definitely
Yeah,
played
there's
an
that little
impact,
aspect
or
to it.
you think it was more your team more than
Oh
anything
no,
else?
that was a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Okay.
I mean, I did get two catchers and a lineman in the off season, so that was a pretty big little power boost.
Okay. Gotcha. Anyway, we're gonna look at the leaderboard just to see where everyone ended up. And you did take a tie this week, and who were you playing?
I was playing the Dark Elf Sunhawk. That was a very fun game.
Nightmare on Elf Street. So it's a decent game for him to be tying, I would say.
It was a very, very elfy game. I can't complain. Nobody got hurt going into the playoffs. That's really, your main concern in those last games when you're already locked in. It's just hoping nobody goes down.
Yep. So, seeing you there, you had your undefeated season. I don't think you've had the best record so far in Rebel, though. I think that's still at like 11-2-0. So you're just one off from tying it.
I think that Kimry team outdid me.
The Kemry team by McMackey.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what his record was.
Yeah, he had 11-2-0.
Whew. So I think
I
you
know
did
with
tie it,
Kimry.
yeah. Yeah, with Kemry, that's just different.
I mean, even if he had the same record as me, he'd be the real winner with Kimry.
Depends if he rolled Agi ups or not. But,
It's a pretty mundane Kimry team, but we'll see how it does in the playoffs.
yep. Then we got Stubings in second place, which I was kind of expecting him to be up here since he did win the college league. And I played him before in like the spin league, and he's definitely no slouch. So
I wasn't familiar with him before I played against him, but after playing against him, I can definitely see he's a very, very solid coach.
yeah,
Pretty airtight game. He doesn't give you much to work with.
nope.
That's a
Though
good way to play Blood Bowl.
the thing I've noticed is he's very bloodthirsty in his games. At least when I was
Oh,
watching
really?
him
That was
stream,
the experience I had.
he was playing more control.
Oh, yeah, it was a much more reserved affair.
Okay. Well, it could have been just where he was, because I know he was playing Taurus when I watched him and saw his
Yeah, it's
thought
a little
process.
bit different matchup than the humans for him.
Yeah. So that's definitely cool to hear. But he didn't get anywhere near your record. But I think he's at like 28 or so points. Because I can't do math.
Let me see, I got the league manager on the tab there. Yep, 28.
Okay. Then Debt Monkey, he just came out of nowhere. He was in about 6th place, I think, and then just shot up.
It was really interesting how the division shook down at the end there. There's a whole lot of competition, a whole lot of spots changing in the top through the season.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those you really didn't know who was going in until the very end things.
Yep.
That's fun. It builds suspense.
Then here's where we notice the trend of everything with chaos and humans are near the top. Or somewhere on that first page near the top. And you got some humans with the Communist Frat Party, the 1480 team, probably because they had a missing next game or something. I know somebody died on their team too. So that was cool.
Yeah, they've actually got a couple MNGs right now.
Yeah. And I think we have TeamSpeak Crew. I think he's just had a normal season where it's just been, it either worked, it didn't, or it drew. Especially with the
He's
record.
another one of those teams that was just kind of right there on the cusp all season.
Yeah. Just he was waiting for someone to make a mistake and it didn't happen.
I mean, he's got some solid development though. He's got those bulls
Yeah.
coming along, so
Yeah, I think once he gets bulls, he's basically going to be wrecking havoc.
That team's still going places.
Yep. Then we got Thick, Rich, and Creamy, which probably took the biggest hit this season.
A moment of silence. Hannibal Barker. Okay, now
Yep, we're good. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Hannibal Barker, our lovely 8448 werewolf. I don't think he had any doubles, but he was just scary because he would get places and had dodge
We
and
hardly
had
knew
block, and you couldn't knock him down, so they got a wizard to do it.
You know, it's okay. He'll get another stat werewolf.
Yeah.
That just seems to be par for the course.
But, I think he has to feed up some more flesh golems and stuff. Like, I know his flesh golems are amazing. You don't want him to die, but I mean...
Maybe he's flipping the script. Maybe he's paying the wolf tax for the golems.
Yeah, I think so. Has to be. So, now we got Nurl's FTDs, and with Sauce saying that he's had the worst season ever, and nothing's working out for him, he has a decent record, and he's not really saying anything about that. So going 5-4-4 is not a bad deal.
I think what he's referring to, though, is all 4 of those losses came back to back to back to back. It was just like one big wheels coming off the train moment there.
Ah. Okay, I didn't know
So
that.
that'll make anyone a little salty.
So, hopefully he's getting off the salt and is enjoying his games more. Maybe gonna go in the Devastational and do what he does best. And that's
Some other teams?
Bruin at least Cheese's team again. I'd pay to see that matchup again.
Look, nothing bad ever happens in the Devastational. What are you talking about?
Safe place. So, then we got Fells with Cotadel, and I thought they were going to be a bit higher this season. Still pulling in a very good record of 5-3-5, but I feel like some of the elf stuff worked, and then sometimes it didn't, and that's really what you see here. You know?
The EverQuest Elves. I mean, they did have a pretty solid season. That's another one. They started off a lot more towards the top. Started hitting some rough games at the end. It's a pretty bashy division, so maybe they just started getting beat up a little bit. But, I mean, they've still got a pretty solid team, and he's been scoring a lot of points.
Yeah. So, he's actually still in a very good place to keep that team going, and we'll see it later.
For sure.
And then we got the Drakwald Day Laborers with Moniker, which I know has been taking some more attrition and still coming up with a nice record, but he didn't have it easy.
He did not have it easy. And his team looked nothing like it does now at the start of the season either. He's been fortunate to have some real good development, so I think he's on the up.
Yeah. Speaking of, if you want to see just the difference, you gotta go back to Diaz's first video on this. Just look at the teams from before and after kind of deal and see how much a season really means.
It's crazy what 13 games will do.
Yep. So, then we got Troxburg, which he just loves ties. That's all I can say.
I just love ties. I can personally vouch for that. We had a very, very bashy tie game.
Yep. So, I think his play is not risk enough. He doesn't risk enough, so he doesn't go for wins and stuff like that. He just kind of goes, oh, I think I can get the tie at best, and he won't go the extra mile to try to win it, is what I think I saw.
The bash hasn't been going. I mean, it's been going all right for him, but it looks like he's giving it just about as good as he's taking it. You want to be a little more on the positive side of the ratio as Chaos.
Yeah. Then we got Nightmare on Elf Street with Sunhawk, coming in with 3-3-7. Not a great record, but he was at least trying to have fun, and I think he did.
I mean, I think that team's much better than the record indicates. And you look at the stats, I mean, they're scoring lots of points. Just one of those.
One of those people play the elf game and sometimes beat it.
Yeah, I haven't watched all the games, but I mean, he's a really solid player. He's got a really solid elf team, and he's been scoring points every game. Just hasn't been working out, but that's how some seasons go.
Yeah. So I'd be happy to see that team again. Hopefully with more dodge, and then he gets all the developed stuff, and it's really annoying.
I mean, with all those 5 Agi elves, I mean, that'll carry you far.
And then we got the Sunken Crypt Lords, which have backwards development. The zombies are the stars, and the positionals are fodder.
Yeah, it's been a rough season for him as far as attrition goes. If you look at the previous players in the graveyard, you'll see a lot more talent there than on the current roster.
Yeah, he only has basically one good killer white, and that's his only position that's really worth anything, to my knowledge. But he did tell me he will drop the zombies and stuff if he gets positionals to actually level up. Which, the only zombies he has to drop is the normal block ones, and then the strength 5 in my opinion. Unless he gets
Just
guard.
doing a little TV min max and keeping himself lean.
Yeah. So he'll do it once he gets it, but for right now he wants something. And zombies are doing it.
Gotta get the job done somehow.
Then we got poor McSkippy near the bottom.
Poor McSkippy.
And he's been having a rough time with his Saurus. He's a very fun coach, fun guy.
Oh, for sure.
And
That's what I was gonna say. It breaks my heart that such a cool dude's having a pretty rough season like that. But
yeah, I think we almost have identical records. I think I have one more tie than lost than him. But yeah, I've been there. It's not a fun time, but he at least goes through it and has fun. And he's thinking of re-rolling or staying. And once we get to this team, we'll give our thoughts on that.
mm-hmm.
And then we got poor Vort. Vort, I can't sympathize with because he's gone
champion.
so many games. And he's done them all, been a hero. And I'm just glad that he's still here. And I can't wait for him to get a new team and just make it work.
You don't want him to stick with the Bretts?
No.
I feel like if you stuck with him this far, you gotta. I mean,
Well, I mean, I dropped my Chaos team after a few seasons, and he's good. No need to go farther. I mean, if you want to restart Bretts, you could, because sometimes you just need a good start, and then once you get a good start, it works. But he had kind of an average one, then it went bad.
I haven't talked to him about it, but I have a feeling he might keep that team. I don't know. I just call it a hunch.
Okay. Well, Vort, make sure, send us a message anywhere on the Reddit thread that's going to be on. That can work, or you can just direct message me. I want to know.
Curious minds want to know.
So, looking at the schedule, now that we know what happened, we'll look at some of these major plays, or major games that locked in playoff spots. Starting with Unaccompanied Minnows and Fells with Codadal. I think that was
a rough one.
He had to win this one to be in, I think.
Yeah, I watched that one from start to finish, and it was a... I mean,
Yeah.
if you like watching Elves get beat up on, that was a good watch.
Yeah. Just, we'll look at the SVP here, and you just see all of it oozing out. And then we got one touch, or not even a touchdown. I think that's either 3 passes, or that's
It's 3 passes.
Kaz and a pass. See how yep, that's 3 passes. So he definitely was not getting anything cool happening.
Rough game for the EverQuest Elves.
Yeah.
Rough.
But he didn't lose any. Well, he did lose somebody, but hopefully not important. We'll get there.
The impressive part is the Chaos Dwarves only had 19 blocks succeeded, but they still almost pitch cleared him.
Yeah. I was gonna say that there was only 1 armor break for the High Elves. Yeah, that doesn't sound fun. I'll even check.
The Dwarves received first, and that pretty much was the story of the game. It was just bash, bash, bash for 16 turns.
Yep. Yeah, 19 to 11 blocks, and just he was gone.
I mean, there were only 3 or 4 elves on the pitch by the end of the game, so...
Yeah, I think it was the fouling that could have been getting him more. But still, that's crazy. Next, I think, was the Dracwell Day Laborers going over the TeamSpeak crew. And I think that was the TeamSpeak crew's last chance to even try to force Debt Monkey out of the playoffs.
They needed some playoff math magic, some loses and some wins to sneak on in.
Yeah, it was then we have to be Upset City, but the Day Laborers I'll just say they elfed on them.
Did you see any of that game?
No, I didn't.
It was a rain game. That was really the...
Oh, I could see that, yeah.
Yeah,
and he has a bull pickup, so you didn't use...
That's the thing, though. But I mean, the moniker, he's got a couple of those plus agi pieces that'll really bail you out of those rain games.
Yep. But they both try to pass. Just saying there. We did get a kill, and that kill was the lineman that got the MVP, if I saw. So that's always a fun feel.
It is. What better way to send the lineman out?
Yep. So, then we got Thick, Rich, and Creamy losing Nurgle's FTDs. And I'm just going to say that's probably Claw doing a little bit of work. Actually, I lied.
That was actually a pretty close game. It was 1-1 at halftime, and then it was just a loose ball in the backfield, a couple wonky dice, and Nurgle walk away with that game-winning touchdown.
Yeah. 15 arm breaks to 8 for the Thick, Rich, and Creamy. That's surprising to me. I was expecting some Mighty Blow Claw maybe do some work, but could be the basing that was getting him extra hits. So, well, look, 62 blocks to 44.
Yeah, there was a lot of blocks in this game.
That does not translate into that many armor breaks, I feel. That should have been higher.
Yeah, and he was only, especially for Thick, Rich, and Creamy, only able to net a couple KOs out of that.
Yeah, so that's
rough day in the bash department for him.
a different one. And as always, you get your zombies and your riders to steal the MVP.
That's where you really want your development on there.
Mm-hmm. Then we got a 1-1 Chai for Straight Up Flatulence and the Communist Frat Party. Just seems like, you know, they fought it.
I was rooting for Nocturnal, my human friend, to try and sneak in there, but...
Yeah. Looks like the removal game went well for the Chaos, and that's kind of what sold it. But it was still a tie, so... And I don't think Stubings was really looking to win.
I don't think so either. From the parts of that game I watched, he looked pretty content to go for the draw and just keep that ball locked down.
Yep.
Which, hey, if that's when you already got your lock for the playoffs, why not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was definitely doing a let's be cautious, make sure everyone's alive, and we'll be good. Always sucks when your team blows up right before playoffs.
I know you get the butterflies in the stomach that last game.
Yep. Then
block.
Here comes back to your game. We're going to look at the stats, though. Seems like you just kind of hit each other. What piece did you lose?
Oh, just some lineman. I don't even remember his name.
Gotcha. But it seems like it was honestly pretty even on blocks and injuries and stuff.
Yeah, the key moment of the game was he got a defensive blitz in the first half, coupled with me having trouble picking up the ball, and that's always a dangerous combination versus else, especially when they have those 5 agi running around.
Were you re-rolling it, or were you like, I could drop the ball once?
I think I didn't re-roll it, if I recall correctly.
Oh, okay.
No, there were a couple failed pickups that game. I don't remember which ones I did or didn't re-roll.
So...
solid game. I leveled up one of the blitzers. That was my main goal, just nobody die and get a level on that last blitzer before the playoffs.
Yeah. Now, I am really perplexed by that runner. He got leader.
I mean, if you want the...
He plays it differently, I gotta say. He kind of just lets it have the dump off, not getting past or anything else. He just kind of wants the utility. It's different.
He just got leader on that runner.
Yeah.
I believe that was a level up from the game.
It was level up from the MVP.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's interesting.
Yeah, pretty hard to stop all those 5 agi pieces. It kind of nullifies the diving tackle a little bit.
And for our last game, for our 2 underdogs, I'll say, they got a 0-3 with McSkippy just trampling some Bretonians. And just seems like the blocks were working finally, and he out-removed them.
It's a rough game between two teams that have had a pretty rough season.
Yeah, and I know he did take my advice for dropping a Saurus that was fresh on his team and just buying a new one. It got an MVP too, so he's happy. So he's gonna
I'm glad he got to have a fun game.
Yeah. Yep. And then we got a 1-1 for the Sun Crypt Lords and the Culinary Delights. And I think we just got a Blodge Beastman. Yep. So the Culinary Delights do have something nice to use now. Could be the new ball carrier and sack the old one. So that's always nice. And
1-1 bash draw.
Not much in SPP wise. Kind of one extra injury in there, and that was it.
Mm-hmm. I think they got a removal on one of those mummies pretty early.
Yeah, like fouled off, or just it kind of went KO.
No, it was a bash.
Gotcha. So it's pretty good. As always, Zombie Gang MVP. Just gotta note that. That's why zombies get so much development. And we'll go to...
Why not just throw some stat ups on there?
Yeah, man. Need some movement ups, you know? So we'll look at McSkippy first, because he's on there. On his team roster. And now we're going to play the game to keep or toss. We'll have our votes.
Toss.
So, the nice parts is that we have a guard Stand Firm Croxagore. We have a block Break Tackle Mighty Blow Saurus. We have a Blodge guard that's minus movement, which isn't honestly the biggest deal. And he's niggled. That's what was the problem. Got a niggled Blodger,
Yeah.
and then a movement 5 block guard Mighty Blow.
I don't know how I feel about all those busts on the Sauruses.
Yeah. He also has a Sure Hand Skink, which is cool.
Yeah, that's definitely a bright point on.
So, I think I would reset, and you could just toss what you don't want. Because, I mean, you definitely have great pieces on here that are worth something. But,
Yeah, that'd probably be my mentality too if I was the helm of that team.
and he's got some interesting
you-
choices he could go for. So, maybe he could try just taking kind of like a Strength 3 team. Maybe going humans, as they've been doing pretty awesome.
I'd always support people rerolling to humans. But don't forget to put your players on the free agent market when you're done.
Yeah, definitely. If you ever in the team, are you going to the free market and just tossing them on it?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
It's actually one of the players I bought came from an old team of mine.
Came from an old team of yours?
Just keep on recycling them.
Ah, gotcha.
I don't know
So,
if that's insider trading or what.
maybe? I don't know. You knew what was out there is all that mattered.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go back to your team. So, just those catchers are honestly disgusting, man.
They're pretty fun. Lets me get away with a lot of LPBS.
Yep. So, what made you do the 3 catcher setup?
Why do you need a thrower if you got 2 4-agi catchers?
Fair enough. On a normal human team, would you take a thrower or no?
Yeah, it's pretty situational. I'm really not that big on the thrower on human teams, though. They just feel kind of bloaty. I think they're kind of slow compared to the catchers or the blitzers. But sometimes they're a necessary evil. We got to have someone to go pick up the ball.
Yep. So, definitely your development is on your blitzers, your catchers for sure. And then you got a nice ogre. He does his job.
Yeah, no block, but I can't.
Yep. So how did you do your first season with this team?
I mean, I didn't try to tank, but it's pretty hard to win games when you're saving up over 500,000 gold in the bank. I mean, you're giving away free wizards every game.
Yeah.
But that was pretty much the goal for the first season. Just try to focus all the SPP on the blitzers. Don't put anything on the catchers. Then just buy good catchers.
Okay.
'Cause that's kind of a problem with human teams is the catchers hogging all the SPP and development away from the blitzers.
Yep. So coming in this one, you obviously did something right. And your agility 1 lineman always makes me laugh, but he's so good. And that's definitely the set you would want to
He
lose.
still got some more fight left in him.
Yeah. So he just sticks on to places. What's his next level if he gets a Kaz?
I don't know. It's with this team. It's kind of hard to guess because I just assume they're going to roll stat ups or doubles at this point. It's really ruined a lot of build planning for a lot of pieces.
I could understand that. That's how I ruined my Chaos
Quality
team.
problem. Quality problem.
Yeah. So
If he gets a regular, it might be like maybe Finn. I don't know.
Fen would be good for repositioning.
Yeah, they kind of counterbalance that 1 agi, make him just a little bit more mobile.
But definitely got a lot of nice
We'll
things.
see if he even lives that long.
Yeah. Just remember, half this team could die in playoffs.
Oh, I've been ready for half this team to die any single game now. It's been a lucky season.
Yep. Then your ogre basically does what he does. Just run over one place, stand firm, have guard, run over to another, do the same. Do you do a lot of punching with him or no?
No, not really. That's the reason I really like to get block on the ogre, and then you can really start throwing around offensively a little bit more. It's mostly just the big body to put in place.
Okay.
You never know with break tackle, you can slip him out and do a little surprise blitz or something though if you're feeling risky.
Okay.
They never see it coming.
That's true. I can speak from experience on just playing against break tackle big guys, and you're just like, What do you mean you're cage diving? So now we got the Communist Frat Party. And as our resident human expert, I'm going to need you to decipher this team.
This is the real human team. Nocturnal should be really proud because me and Moniker just have a bunch of stat freaks, and he's sitting over there with just a bunch of regular level ups and still getting results.
Yeah. But it's thrower, though. He definitely does what he's supposed to do.
Strong arm accurate.
He's also got Blodge just for the carrying. He just does everything else.
I really like the strip ball catcher. Really love to get Dauntless on that guy, too, if you could get another level up.
Yeah.
It'd be a really good piece.
Then just the block sidestep seems to be his secondary scoring threat if he needs it. Just toss it.
I mean, he really needs to maybe get rid of that busted blitzer, replace him with something else. I don't know. It's kind of that you hate to lose the guard, but it's still early enough in development where you'd really like to not have his potential capped like that.
Yeah. I think he just got it from this last game, so whoever he had last, which was straight up flatulence. Yep. Now we know where our damage came from.
That'll do it.
Just he got popped there, and then the other one I think is missing next game.
I know for a fact Nocturnal is going to be returning next season with that team, though. I think he's going to have pretty good results.
I mean, his team is great, man. It does what humans should do.
It's
normally, if they roll normals, for the most part.
I mean, he keeps it at the TV I really like to play humans at, too. I mean, really humans function best when they're kind of more closer towards the mid-TV range, and they can get some inducements to play with against the big boys.
Well, he's like 1,700 if he had everybody. So
yeah, but you're
that's still pretty respectable.
When you're playing against 1,800 teams, though, you're still getting that wizard and stuff.
Yeah. Also has that bank bloat, so yeah, you're right. He definitely is playing it there. Surprisingly, he didn't actually upgrade his stadium. So I guess he's saving a little bit up for the human market to see if there's anything left to pick.
Oh, there's plenty on there.
So maybe he can find a new replacement blitzer with 180k.
There's quite a few good blitzers on that team right now.
I only know Pedro's on the market. I don't remember what Pedro has.
There's a better one than Pedro.
What's the better one than Pedro, or are you saving that for yourself on the inside info?
No, it's the one I wanted to buy last season, but I didn't have enough gold. So there's a level 6 blitzer with Agi, Mighty Blow, Tackle, Guard, and Pro.
That's pretty nice.
That's pretty. You can build a team around that right there.
Yep. So that's our insider scoop on the market there. How much is he? Can't think about that.
210.
Ooh, then he's just out of range. So we'll have to see how that works out.
I'd be going after him if I could afford him.
Heck, I don't even think you have the what is it? The ticket for it? Like, you would definitely be last to go in playoffs.
With how the draft seeding for the free agent market works, yes.
So that'd be interesting. Now I get to Nurgle, who are the same value as you, because they have bank bloat. He might be going for the market too, just to dip in real quick. Or just...
I don't know if there's any Nurgle players. I think there might be a couple.
I know Spoony retired his team and probably put stuff up.
Plot thickens.
But all he really needs is a new Pestigore with stuff, or maybe just even a Rotter that would be on there. If it had like 30 player and stuff, or...
I mean, the team's in a pretty good looking spot. Maybe just...
Yeah, even holding is still good.
Pestigore with a stat up or something like that. A little stat freak Pestigore, that might be all that's missing.
Or just replacing the Beast of Nurgle. Because I think it's a bit bloaty for what it gives. I mean, I love Guard Samfern, but...
pick up some doubles or something on him.
Block would definitely make him great at his job.
His team might be in the place where he could definitely afford to re-roll that Beast of Nurgle. Not really take a big hit in performance.
Because, like, his Warriors can do the job. He has 2 guards now, and it's definitely coming around. So, it's doing something.
Yeah, I think he'll definitely stick around with this team with the kind of development it has.
Yeah. I mean, I would hope so. Like, only taking 2 Agibusts as the worst thing he's gotten. Yeah.
I can't say I'd be too disappointed about a Claw Mighty Blow team re-rolling.
Yeah, man, re-roll. You totally got nothing worth on that
You
team.
should play Wood Elves or something.
Yeah. No, you should play halflings. You do those pretty
Here you
good in
go.
clan, man. Come on.
I don't
Now
know,
we
halflings are scary because there's always
yeah.
the hidden shame of what if I lose to half.
Hidden shame. Yeah, honestly, I think halflings are pretty legit as a team, though. They will smash you to bits early
Mhm.
on.
Especially with those cheap star players.
Yep.
Okay, you heard Assault reroll halflings.
Yep. So now we got Puckstop's team with Team Street Crew version 4. And he definitely has one really good bull. He just got dodge. So yeah, he's
The
blodge,
other
break
bull's coming
tackle, sure
along
hands.
too. You know, it's just
Yeah.
almost just an MVP away from level 4. So
Yeah. So he gets some tackle or something. Good. And
he's
then
got his bash, he's got his guard, he's got all the tools he needs, and he's not that bloaty either as far as TV goes.
no, definitely. For being a 1590 team, honestly, if you look at it.
Yeah, I mean he still has lots of firepower, and he's going to be getting inducements in most matchups too, which is only going to
Yeah.
make that firepower gap bigger.
Looking at his team, though, he does have about 3 dwarves that are on the cusp of leveling, with 1 needing 1 and 2 needing 4. And that can be the difference between his removals from this season to next season. So, Devastational, I think, is definitely going to be where this team needs to head to. And just,
Yeah, that's one of the few teams you'd feel comfortable taking the Devastational, wouldn't it?
yeah, you got to make something happen. And if you lose a dwarf or a bull, you're going to be sad, sure, but you can just make another one.
Mm-hmm. World keeps turning.
So, Boatlord actually has a skill now. Who's he going to blame? I guess we got a new blocker to blame. Because I know he doesn't like Boatlord as a version 6, but he's actually alive.
Is that to imply that there was like a version 5 or?
There is a version 1 through 5.
Oh my goodness, we've lost a lot of Chaos Dwarf blockers.
It was just him. Until now, I guess. So,
Same one over and over. I mean, at what point do you retire that name and just think it's cursed?
I don't know. I think
I mean,
he just does it
I'm
for
not
the
a
practical
superstitious
joke now.
person, but after 3 or 4, I'd be like, okay, we gotta try something new here.
That's why I think Mango dies a lot too. There's just 2 people that people hate, you know? Can't stand that Hobgoblin and that blocker.
I mean, you can kind of understand the Hobgoblins. You're gonna try and hit that SPP pinata.
Yeah.
You can't tell me there's not something up with the same dwarf dying 5 times.
Sure. But I think he just needs a little bit more removal threat. Hopefully he rolls 1 more claw for his sake, and then
Just
he's
get a
going to be
little bit
perfect.
more claw in there.
And then Pylon. He needs one. He needs a dwarf with Pylon. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it pains me to say it, but yeah, we need some claw palm on there.
And then you're going to be good. So,
Opponents aren't going to be good.
no, that's the whole point. Now we get to our next one where they do it. And that's going to be Det Monkey's team. It's unaccompanied minnows, which are 1830. And some of the best bulls you've ever seen. And then the dwarves to back it up now.
Got everything you want from the dwarves and 2 superstar bulls.
Yep. So, he definitely went from just having the bulls to actually focusing a lot on his dwarfs. And I think that definitely helped him out. Get the guard, get the kill power, and then make it work. He's got the claw palm. Apparently he hasn't done too much since he's just at 34, but I'm expecting him to get more blitzes in the future. And that's going to help him out.
He's got a pretty favorable, I guess you'd call it a favorable matchup at the start of the playoffs too. I know his first opponent is going to be Skaven, so
So first opponent Skaven. As long as he can troll him, he'll be good. I know Skaven can be a bit rude by just getting around, but he does have the mobile Bull Centaur to hit stuff. So maybe that's going to
look at
help.
the Skaven team, so I don't know if they have a one turner or not. That could be kind of a game changer, but
Yeah.
you know, Det's a really solid coach, and that's a really good team, so I'd definitely give him the edge in that match.
So, moving on. We got more humans. He's another stat-up freak, as you were saying.
Multiple
1840.
stats.
And just, it's so good, though. And
And
Mog the
block
Mule.
ogre. Don't forget the block ogre.
Yeah. He honestly hasn't gotten too much SPP this season. I was expecting him to get another skill. And definitely get stand firm. The crazy guy doesn't have it yet. But he does his thing.
Oh, darn. I'd probably would have skipped stand firm for guard and break tackle, though.
Like, I would have skipped stand firm for guard, but for break tackle, I would definitely get stand firm instead.
I don't know, especially at the point you got block on him, though. He can be a really good offensive target.
Yeah.
But you don't want to get tied down too much.
That's fair. And then we got Harold the Hacksaw. Just
5 Agi Blitzer.
What do you do, man? I'm surprised he doesn't just use him as the catchers and kind of toss the other one that doesn't have anything cool. And just play a higher strength one team with lots of movement.
And with 5 Agi, he could be doing some tackle zone catches, no problem.
Yeah. High kick
Who
is a
knows?
2+.
We just got the 3 strength, 4 Agi catcher, strip ball wrestle.
Yeah. I hate his thrower, to be honest, though. I just don't like it.
You don't like the lineman build on the thrower?
Yeah, he's just like, oh yeah, I got block, tackle, kickoff, return. Because I can understand block. Block's fine. But tackle kind of makes him want to hit stuff, and then kickoff return makes him want to turn back into a thrower. And that's what confuses me. But this is only tackle, so he has to keep it. That's probably why he did it, but why doesn't he have more tackle?
A lot of reasons people do that too is because your throwers usually level up faster than the blitzers, so that can, if you're going the lineman build on your thrower, that probably be the first tackle on the team.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that is definitely a weakness of the team, though. He needs some more tackle.
Yeah.
He needs some tackle on those blitzers.
Which, one blitzer's 4 SPP away, so... I don't know, would I enter this into the Devastational or not?
No.
Yeah, there's a lot to lose. But
And
if
look
I was
at
to
that-
play, I would
look at
always
the
do
bank. Look at
Devastational.
the bank, too. Someone might be
Oh, yeah.
making some off-season moves there.
Probably it. You know, you don't get to 270 on accident.
You do not. That's saving up a little bit and giving away some in games.
Yeah, and he doesn't actually have an enhancement either, so... Don't know why.
I mean, that definitely could be the team where you drop one good thrower or good catcher on there, and it could just instantly be at the next level. So who knows?
Yep, totally agree there.
I know he's returning too, so we'll see what next season holds for him.
Yeah. Now we got Jimmy Burrito's team with Thick, Rich, and Creamy. They're out of money, so... Rippin' Pupper Heaven Hannibal is his team motto. We got a new one, though. We got Gene Parmesan. So... We got a new one that's going to be more disgusting with Palm this time. Calling it right
strength. 2 plus strength.
now. Oh yeah, he rolls plus strength first skill here. The other one gets plus strength. And then he's getting all his other skills and
Not going to
Mighty
be a
Blow.
werewolf. It's going to be a were-ogre.
Were-ogre.
I'd believe it with all the werewolves I see on these Reddit teams.
Yeah. I mean, I've
Wouldn't be
seen
that
a
nice.
strength 5 werewolf. They'd be scary.
Shouldn't be.
That's honestly Surf City, to be honest. 'Cause they're like, oh, I'm going to go over here, but then you have to GFI out and try to get safe.
Where do I want to put all these dice?
Yeah. And then his flesh golems. So good.
Best flesh golem tandem probably on any necromancer team, right?
Yeah. Just Blodge Guard. You get those 3 skills on, and they're just unstoppable.
I mean,
And
there's
then-
some necro teams with 1 good flesh golem, but not 2 solid ones like that.
Yeah. I've seen the one flesh golem that just way outdoes his brother, where it's like it has 4 skills, but having 2 similarly developed ones, and one with Mighty Blow Guard is still no joke. Especially since he doesn't have much Mighty Blow. Then we got, apparently White's paying the white tax, getting hurt a bit. And just getting nibbled on.
That's a tough call, keeping that 5 move wide or not.
I
You
mean,
can't really
he
afford to
needs the
replace him
guard.
right now. Yeah, I mean,
And then the other one's
and the
niggled.
mighty blow. Ugh. That's kind of a bad spot to be in with both your whites right there.
Yeah. So I think he can keep that 5 movement one. You're gonna hate it, but your wolves are blitzing a lot anyway. And then I might
You're gonna
replace
miss-
the
You're gonna
killer.
miss that guard more than you're gonna miss that extra tackle.
Yeah. And 1 tackle's good enough for a while on the werewolf, and I would just say get a tackle zombie if they don't roll anything cool. Just block tackle is always solid.
You can never have too much tackle.
No. He's kind of
Those
just been
Dodgers
dealing with
first.
it.
I mean, it's a different team without Hannibal Barker. What can you say?
Yep. If he had Hannibal, it would have been great.
I mean, that'd be a playoff team with Hannibal.
Yeah. So, he does love his positionals, though. I'll say he protects them pretty well, considering how much you can see them live. It's just been, he's taken one hit to another.
Yeah, I like how he doesn't have too much invested in the ghouls. That's a weakness for a lot of teams, I think.
I
Necro
think that's
teams.
just because they keep dying.
Well, that's the point, though. I
Yeah.
mean, where are you going to put all your TV on those guys? They're going to be
Yeah,
gone.
they keep cycling. I think he might want to just go down to one ghoul, but considering now he's at low TV anyway, he can do two. But I think the one ghoul setup's actually pretty ideal on him because you
think
don't
so, too,
put two on
I
the
don't-
line most of the
I
time.
don't play Necro enough to be the authority on that, but that sounds like a good idea.
So that's what I've seen. Pretty good team. We miss your werewolf.
Good team, good coach.
Hopefully you come back next season. With the same team
Yeah,
anyway.
That's a tough call on whether or not to re-roll that team. I don't know what my mindset would be on it.
Yeah, I don't think I would reroll it. But now we got Stubing's team. So I'm gonna let you take lead on this one. What do you think about it?
I mean, this is the Beastmen team right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's the strength and the weakness of this team. Is it's got some great Beastmen. And the Chaos Warriors are solid, but he's making all the plays with those Beastmen.
Yeah. Now,
Just that, but he's got the utility. He's got the leaper. Got the strength plus move guy for making big blitzes, and just the killer, traditional killer. He's got all the tools he needs there.
yeah, I still just don't like that plus movement plus strength guy. Like, I get strength 5 blitzing's amazing, and having 7 movement's awesome. But it's kind of just like he's not going to get a lot of the skills he needs.
You definitely wouldn't have passed on the plus strength, so you would have passed on the plus move.
No, if I got the movement, I would definitely would have thought about skipping the strength. Because you can make the plus move in a ball carrier. He doesn't have one. Well, I take that back. He does have a blodge one that I just missed, but he could just make this guy his surfer because he's been wanting to do that anyway. You're going to be blitzing if you're surfing.
Passing on a strength up, that's like breaking a mirror. That's years of bad luck. You don't want to bring that evil upon yourself.
I would pass on a plank strength. You could pass on a plus strength. There are times to do it, and that could have been one of those times. Because that's 50 extra TV, and Chaos like to bloat up, but they need efficient bloat of just your normal.
Maybe I just like shiny toys too much, but I would have definitely have gone for the plus strength.
Yeah. But he's going to have fun trying to get 2 extra skills before he gets the 100 SPP grind. And
He has
we'll
a
see how
pretty,
that does.
Tough matchup in the playoffs too. He's got Chaos Dwarfs first, so he's going to be putting Bash Game to the test.
Well, he does have one can opener, but his second one died before this, so hopefully it works out.
I'd definitely pick him in that matchup. He's a really solid coach, and I think he probably plays the Bash matchup best.
Yeah.
He's still got the Agi Beastmen to kind of bail him out a little bit.
I just don't think he has enough guard coming in.
Yeah, that's definitely a weakness.
Especially
Lack
with
of
one
guard,
being
and
niggled.
all his best players are AV8.
So, I like his team, but I don't like how it's built. Where it's just
I like
been
the team, I like the
Beastman.
coach, and I'd give him a pretty good shot in any matchup. Real solid coaching.
Yeah. Fair enough, when the coach is good, that's all that matters. Until you get a really bad team. Nightmare on Elm Street next up. So,
Agi.
Agi, double niggle with Agi. Did you get to play against that lineman?
I did not. He was missing. I only had to play against 2 of the 5 Agis.
Darn, because that guy, he needs to be fired just for being double niggle.
I would have tried.
Because he's really bloating him up with it, just with 130k. He can go back down to 70. You're going to be saving yourself 50k's worth of stuff, or 60k worth of money.
Yeah, I agree with that too, and he wouldn't really be losing too much utility because he still has 2 better. He has 2 5 Agi blitzers, which are just better pieces flat out.
Yeah. And then you can just use your other guys that are nice and developed now. And he doesn't have anyone that's not developed besides that witch still, and a blitzer, but they still have block, so that's okay. He has a
This
lot of
team's really
skills,
missing
and he's almost at
is,
his
like,
second
some
one.
doubles. We
Yeah.
need some doubles for some guard or maybe a mighty blow on a blitzer or something.
Yeah. Well, he got the jugs and strip ball combo going, so
He does.
what was the thing? And then we got reverse flash just getting leader, confusing everybody. I like it.
Hey, those Dark Elf rerolls are expensive. I think.
No, they're 50k.
No, they're not. It's been a while.
Every elf is 50k. Because everything else is expensive.
Filthy elves.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think he should just really rely on those blitzers more than anything else. The lineman can go, and then he'll have an ideal team with 12 players. And 60 less.
Actually, especially with the leaper, that'll take you far.
Yeah.
Make that guy into a nightmare cage diver.
Then he'll be a 60 team, and if he had that, that's definitely nice.
I would definitely return with this team. This team has
Yeah.
good, solid development across the board.
Also, I like how Shredder's supposed to be like a line elf, and he still hasn't died. How aren't people killing him? He's just block. But I guess he's about to get a second skill, so he'll keep this elf forever if he doesn't die.
Yeah, the minus movement, it just adds character. That lineman has personality.
Yeah. I've seen him since season 1. He's been like going there, staying alive, waiting for him to die. He doesn't die. So,
Probably
looking.
one of those things where he's just waiting for him to die. Okay, I'll never APO this piece again. Just kill him now.
Yep.
40 games later.
Yep. Your most experienced player still won't die. Come on, go.
Go gently into that good night.
Yep. Well, next, speaking of going gently into the night, let's look at Knights of Corn and Panda.
I love Brett's.
You do?
Oh yeah. Brett's and Humans probably two of my favorite races.
So if you roll, you're saying you do the Bretts?
That'd definitely be a strong choice. Maybe Kislev too. I like the 3 Agi.
Yeah. Definitely an interesting team. And,
I mean, it's still got a strength blitzer. He's still got some solid blitzers.
yep, his blitzers do stuff. And even his passing one that I kind of talked bad about, I think he does passing with.
I mean, I've thought for a while he should have cut that guy, but I've kind of gone back on that now. You're like,
Yeah.
you know what? If he's just going to be your guaranteed drop back passer, I mean, he does that really good. So
Yeah.
it's a pretty protected position. Not going to be taking too many hits.
I could see him getting accurate next because, that'd actually make him toss at a 2+ to 6 squares away.
Not that
That's
far
pretty
away.
good. Also, the fact that he could get legend dump off if he was to go that far, and I think that would complete him. But
Dump off is actually pretty underrated on Brett's.
yeah, I mean, after seeing Mistakes' legend with dump off, it's been pretty good in my eyes. So that's my thoughts on that.
You think he should re-roll that team though?
Yeah, I think you should reroll, if nothing else, just for the kind of new team. Because I don't feel like you'd be having a great time after 11 games of losses.
I mean, but after all that struggle though, I mean,
You're like, keep the breaths. I get it, man.
I feel like he has some kind of attachment to that team too. I don't know.
Yeah. But,
We'll see. I'm rooting for him to return with Brett's because I like Brett's. I want Brett's.
yeah. If he was to keep this team going, things I recommend, he needs new blockers. He needs a bench to about 14, and then
Yeah,
guard
Lucy
on the
Fallon.
blockers. If it was there, we would have a team that would say, yeah, I can keep that. But with just 2 guard and he has to still buy his bench and blockers back,
But
That's where it gets sketchy.
in terms of development though, he's not like crazy far away. He's just got to buy a couple fresh pieces, and then he'll kind of be in a decent spot. I mean, that add
Yeah.
2 more blockers, and that's pretty solid, almost 1600 team.
yeah. Well, it's 2 more blockers firing his old one with strength too.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
then
we gotta
rebuying
get rid of
him.
that guy. Yeah, sorry, Iron Panda, you gotta go.
Yeah. He's kept him though. I guess he's done things. The guard's invaluable at times.
Yeah, he still has guard.
Yeah. Still has agility 3 too, man. He just has to do a 3+ and he'll get where you want.
Catch the ball, make that dodge.
Yep.
That's the trick right there. The agi blocker. That's the bait. The ball is really going to Iron Panda.
Yep. So that's how that's been going. We'll go on to Sunken Grip Lords now. And let's see how this goes. So this is a team that I think is interesting, but just not where it needs to be.
Yeah, I'd agree with that statement.
Yeah. Like,
Is one of those mummies new? I mean, it has to be kind
they're
of...
always new.
Yeah.
They don't get that old.
Yeah, there's a lot of claw in this division too, so... Sit and duck for claw.
One has 13 matches in only guard, and the other one is 6 matches. So just... He obviously is blitzing with his white, and that's why all the SVPs go in one place, but...
Why wouldn't you with the 4 strength?
Yeah, and then he's just getting MVP on those zombies.
MVP zombies.
Yeah. So it just feels like a backwards team.
Yeah, it's... when I'm thinking about like whether or not to return with a team or make a new one, you kind of look at like what do you have to build around going forward. I mean, I got the 4 strength white, but I don't know if anything else really jumps out at me as like something that you would really just want to build a strong team around.
Yeah, and then he has just a normal ghoul that has a few skills, but that's not that...
Yeah, ghouls are ghouls.
So, I think I would consider rerolling this team.
I would too, just for a chance at getting some better development and more development focused on positionals.
Yeah, even if it's back to Undead, honestly.
And hey, you could do what I did. You could sell that 4 strength white to the player market and then buy him back next season.
If he's still there.
Well, the way it works when you sell players from a retiring team, they get shelved for a full season, so nobody can buy them right away.
Well, no, I get that part. I more mean if you aren't first, someone else is going to pick it up. Then they generally don't want you to keep picking up your own players. Maybe once or twice if you're not intentionally doing it, it just happens to be there, but...
Hey, my defense is nobody else even put in a bid for players that last season, so...
Come on, I bought a Beastman on the market.
No, I'm talking about the human team, though. It really surprised me.
Yeah, so... Just know, play the market. Don't play yourself. Next, we got Troxburgs with Coloring Delights V2. We're picking it up here just to get some stuff done.
Yeah.
And
that's another team that has kind of the same problem as Redbeard's there, which I mean it's got development, but you don't know if you really have any like pieces that you can really build a super strong team around going forward.
Yeah. He's got the Mighty Blow Claw, he's got the Wrestle Tackle, he's got the Blodge, he's got the Ball Carrier, and he's got some guard, but just he's got pieces. Not much of a whole. I can see this team winning some, but it's just either Chaos is in his team or just something needs to happen with these warriors into making him slightly killer, slightly guarder.
I mean, obviously you can't control what level ups you get, but I mean when you compare it to Stubing's team, I mean the warriors are in a pretty same place, but then you've got a bunch of beastmen with normal level ups versus a handful of like stat for beastmen.
Yeah. I would say if he still had those guard pieces, I would definitely be leaning on keeping this team. Just because block guards are really nice on Chaos Warriors, and then he could have got a lot of kill potential after that.
Yeah, 2 fresh warriors really makes you consider your options.
So, just nice pieces, not the best team.
I mean, the official draw master of Division 4.
Yep. He does something right. That's drawing. So, sorry for the short little thing for you Troxbirds, but I don't know, I would say this is a reroll team. Not that he's gonna, but I would consider it.
I mean, that's just one of the things when you're rerolling, there's always the chance you can get new stat freaks, and those first games are just filled with unmatched development. It's not like, when you're returning and you're playing all these bash teams that are going to be removing pieces faster than you add them.
Yeah, just you get another chance to make the team you want. So, next we got Fells with Codadol. And these are some high elves that I would keep.
I would
Just
too. I
everything's
like
there.
the team. I like the coach. I like the EverQuest names.
Yep. And just he has some problems with it, but it's not like anything major. He has money. He can buy some elves. He'll be fine. And what do you
They
think
do
about his
little
team
high elf.
composition, though?
I think it's pretty solid. I mean, the shadowing is an interesting choice on that Blitzer, but it seems to work out okay for him.
Yep.
Shadowing becoming popular again? What's happening? I'm
Yeah.
starting to see it all over the place.
There's a shadowing blitzer on Vort's team. There's this shadow, and then I know there's a shadow on a Norse Lino and
Yeah,
Row
on
One.
Ornan's team.
So,
Maybe they're
shadowing's
onto
coming
something.
back.
Maybe they know something we don't.
Yep. And then just that thrower is amazing. He does his
Absolutely.
job, and high elves are so lucky to get everything they get.
I mean, he's got one leap sacker. Looks like he's on his way to another.
Yep. I think one might be Cage Breaker Extraordinaire, and then the other maybe Retrieval and Wrestler for when he needs it.
Plus strength lineman and good amount of guard, which is just
Yeah.
really great on elf teams.
Yep. He has 3 guard, a Mighty Blow catcher, but I would say he still needs one more catcher. But he's probably saving up to buy one. That's my guess.
Never know what's on that high elf free market team.
Yep. And he only needs 2 catchers, and I think he'll be fine. Because that's kind of how it seems he wants to play it. 2 catchers, not keep it 4, so he can have the armor 8. So that's pretty cool. So,
Second place in touchdowns scored for the division, so putting up the point, that's for sure.
yeah. So that's pretty cool. I guess we're going to be going on to the next division. And that's going to be our 5A.
5A.
Now, have you been watching many of the 5A division recaps with it, or have you just kind of skipped?
I've perused.
So,
I am familiar with the teams and some of the coaches, though.
yep. So, going to be looking at the leaderboard here. We got Hipster at the top. Not the most wins, though. But he never lost. So he's had an undefeated season, too. And we got...
Yeah, I've watched more of Hipster's games than any other. He's been playing some very good pro elves.
Yep. So, next we got Michaels with Tooth and Fist. So, 10-0-3. Whew. That's a pretty good record for a first season Necro team. It's not the best development, but it has decent development. Has good werewolves. Or a good werewolf. That's Mighty Blow, man. That's all it needs. And Grody Greens pulling up from a few losses near the beginning and draw, and then got win.
Burgeoning Nurgle team.
So he's doing stuff. And then we got Spoony Bar down here in 4th place with the 8-2-3 Underworld team.
Job.
Somehow at 1690.
Give you
Somehow.
a round of applause. Need more people playing Underworld.
Yep, it's just kind of hard. And then we got Dwarfs.
Part of the fun.
And the Bark Var Voyagers, I know, are coming back for next season. So they're going to be shredding with their lean, trim, and
boy.
dwarves.
I'm sure you hear a whole bunch of excitement from the crowd on that one.
Yep, those dogs are excited, man.
Yeah.
Then we got Trunky Wood coming in at
Trunkhead.
7-1-5, so he's done himself pretty good this last half of the season. Went with a good record to end it
On
off.
a 5-win streak right now, actually.
Yep. I'd believe it. He set the record for the humans with 11-2-0.
Oh yeah, I'm very
So-
familiar with him.
Definitely a good coach. He knows a lot, and he likes to argue. Not that that's a bad thing.
Good team too. Really great development coming along.
And next we got Common Consulting with Dark Cannon. And
Camry, yay!
yeah, he actually was at the bottom for the most part, and then just he got a few levels and it started firing for his team. So it's definitely been a
Just
nice
like
season for him.
Underworld, I'm gonna applaud anybody who plays.
Yeah.
Just you're part of what makes Blood Bowl great.
Okay. And then there's one last game to be done with the schedule, but that's just because we concede win, I think.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be
So-
an admin.
Fallen Wanderers are probably going to get an extra win here. And they've been doing about middle of the table since the beginning. They had a lot of early lead just with the Amazons and having a ton of guard, but it's kind of backed off a bit now.
And those fresh team divisions, they're so rough. Those are the most RNG heavy games of any I find. So
yeah, once you start getting your actual team, it's not all about the coach. It's about the team with how the coach can do it.
Sure, you're just so at the mercy of the dice in those fresh games that anything can happen.
Yep. Then we got the Fogmire Fenbeast in 9th, touting a decent record for Lizards. And if you're going to be playing the market, don't know if you know, but there's a ton of source. Like a lot of Lizardmen died recently, and they
how sad.
They dropped a lot of players, so it's time to play Lizardmen if you're not playing.
Smallest violin over here.
Yep. The Reptilian Eternal League has actually ended. Fun fact.
I do remember there used to being a lot more lizard teams than there are now. What happened there?
What happened was a lot of variety got in, and when lizards are not new anymore and there's other things to look at, people go to the new things to look at. And then some people are crazy. Then we got the Lizard Beasts coming in with 355. Kiwi Bird being he's a cool guy. He likes doing stuff that's irrational, but it works sometimes, and he likes throwing things around.
The beauty of the game.
So, it's cool what he does. It's just he's a bit crazy.
He's going to be the most dangerous people to play against sometimes.
Yep.
Never know when they're going to tilt and do that crazy move on you.
Then we got Owned, which is going to be skipped over because he's still not here. The Wayside Wondermongers, philosophical.
Humans.
They're some pretty cool humans. I hope they come back for next season. He has one piece that literally makes it want me to come back.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's the kind of thrower I can get behind right there.
Yeah,
I don't mind having that thrower on my team.
We'll go see that thrower in a second here, but Wellington Shadow Society, I think, basically dropped, and
that's what it looks like.
the Weenie Green Meanies, they had a goblin season.
You know what? He might have only had one win, but I bet he cherished that one win more than any other coach cherished their combination of wins. That's what really matters most.
Yep. I don't know. Vort's been probably cherishing that one too. Actually, wait. No, I take that back. I'm not sure what his record was. I forgot about it.
No, Vort had a win as well.
He did? Okay. But Deschutenheim, I know he went from having his Norse team blow up. Then I think he took off a season. Then Ellie came on, and he's like, you know what? I'm going to try to make some teams. And you just went with Goblin, and now he's had this one get crumpled a bit. But you know what? At least he had some fun.
And at least when you play Goblins, that's to be expected. I mean, you can't really be disappointed when that happens. You're kind of giving yourself that pre-built excuse there.
Yeah.
Which, that's undervalued.
And I have to say, Goblins don't do well when they're put in a division that's not giving them great inducements. I feel. Like now they're giving inducements, but when it started at like 1200, I don't think they were getting that much.
Yeah, they need their bribes, that's for sure.
Yeah. So,
there's Kaz totals.
We'll be looking at the schedule, just seeing how it went. So we got 2-1 to a Trunky Wood against Lizard Beasts. That's pretty expected. The Elves are doing Elves things, and pretty good on that. The Wayside Wondermongers lose into the Barkvar Voyagers, so that's the Dwarfs finally being mean, doing their thing.
Dwarfs versus humans, that's a pretty tough matchup for humans.
Just, you kind of limit the humans' nice
they're
dodge
gonna
guys.
You, and you're not going to be running very far away from them either.
Yeah. They don't need to run far when you're just trying to pass them a little bit. And then they mark you back up and punch you again.
Yeah,
so.
look at the SPP. There were some injured humans that game.
Yep, that's some hits. And then I want you to look at the SPP in this next game for Mutants in Human Clothing. And this made Spoony Bard actually consider keeping these guys. Because he got 7 level ups.
That's 30 SPP in one game.
Yep. So we're not going to look at these guys until we get there. And then,
I hope he returns with Underworld.
yeah, he'll probably return, and then they'll get demolished because, Underworld don't do great after a few times around.
Because tackle Mighty Blow.
Yep. Tackle Mighty Blow. But I think he can sneak by in this next season. And then the season after that's when he's going to get trampled on if he doesn't leave it. Maybe. I don't know.
Nobody beats Father Time.
Yep. Then we got Trooper Urbana taking it 2-1 over the Fogmire Fen Beasts. So, it's pretty decent. I was expecting this one, to be honest. But 19 armor breaks for Lizardman.
No, there were not many elves on the field by the end of this game, but when you put up 2 points by that point, it didn't really matter. Got it locked down.
I would say if I was either coach, I would be happy with what happened. Just looking at the SVP role, he's gotten a lot of SVP on that game.
Ooh, yeah.
So
that's really all you want out of those games when you're either locked for playoffs or locked out of the playoffs. Just some good, safe development.
Yep. I know that Trooper Urbana is probably going to be a bit beat up, but not sure how beat up.
Well, you're pro elves. You're always going to be beat up.
Yep. Then we got Grody Greens taking one over Common Consulting. So Grody Greens were having a pretty good time right now, and just seeing that those MVPs did land great.
Yeah, that's probably a tough matchup for Kimry, isn't it?
Yeah, where you can actually be punched down and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Not much SPP given, but there is some.
Although I see they did have a Setek and a Wizard.
Yep, that must have been interesting. Just seeing that.
Very good star player. Very good star player.
Yep. Then we got Fallen Wonders with Merciless Avengers. Obviously going to be the 1-0 win. And Wellington Shadow Society giving the 1-0 to the Vist. So, he did get a little bit. Now we can look at the teams. Starting with Lizard Beasts, as always. Going down to a 1500 team.
That was a beat up Lizard team.
Yeah. Now, he used to have an Agility Saurus. It's gone now. I don't know where it went, but I'm glad it's gone.
I'm guessing just by that empty number 1 roster slot, there was probably a Croxogor there at one point in time.
I think there was. So, he did have a Crocs, and did have an Agility Saurus. Now suspiciously gone.
And your best remaining Saurus has an armor bust, which is... Ugh.
Yep, and Trunky Wood did some damage, so... Yeah, armor bust, and... He really only has 2 kind of developed Saurus, 1 with block, and then 2 non. 120k in the bank. I think this is where you start re-rolling.
Yeah, that's... And then your superstar level 6 Skink, who's...
He's niggled and minus movement. And then it's a minus movement sure hands. Yep. But it's sad to say, he has some awesome skinks.
I know, that's I mean, you almost
but
pause.
That's not the Lizardman team.
Almost pause on the reroll call there just because, you got some good skinks, but it's all about that Saurus development.
The problem is, if you're going 1500 with this team, and it's been a few seasons with this team, this isn't a new one. So...
Well, you got to throw a Crocs on there, too. You got to assume he's going right back for a Crocs.
Yeah, but still, he's going to have 3 fresh Saurus. And this is just not enough. He's going to be having too much skink bloat to do anything. He'll get wizarded and zapped.
Probably next season in a developed team division, it's just going to be more loss than gain as far as development goes.
Yep. Like a couple claw introduced again. Someone goes skink hunting. It's just, I don't think it's going to end up pretty. But I'm sad to see that block one-turner go. Because he literally only needs a couple pushes.
That's, I mean, literally just looking at just that guy, that's like, you almost want to keep the team just for him.
Yep.
So that'll keep you in a lot of games. Tough choices.
Yeah. I just don't know if he does the one turns or not. That's the only thing I don't know about the coach. But, yeah, I don't know. You look at Lizardman and you mostly look at the Saurus development over everything else. So.
I mean, that team only has really 2 leveled Sauruses if you get rid of the armor bust guy, too.
I'd keep the armor bust. It's not a break-in one. It's still armor 8. It's going to get off. You're going to be sad, but it has your development.
If he already had the Crocs and he still had that gold, it'd be worth keeping, and then you just plug in one of those sources you were talking about from the free agent market. I can kind of...
Yeah, but you'd have to enter the Devastational for that.
No, that's not a financial possibility from where he's at right now.
Yeah, he has lots to lose, but if he wanted to keep the team, he has to take that gamble, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So, it could be the last hurrah, too. So, if they die there, you're just kind of like, well, I tried. And then you send them on their way.
Viking funeral.
So, going on to the Barkfire Voyagers. And just, here we find some more stat-up dwarves. There always seems to be one every season that I've recapped on. First it was Pig Sofa, now it's this guy. And we got just Pom, some more tackle, some agility, some strength, some agility, some strength, and our Longbeards aren't leveling because they die. So, he only has 3 guard for dwarves.
That team's still ready to go right there.
Yeah.
You've got both your Troll Slayers can do the damage, and you've got 2 great blitzers and a great runner.
Yep. So literally, I think all he's missing is like 2 Longbeards to get more guard, and then he's back where he needs to be.
He just needs a little more guard, and he's just right there.
And I think the plus strengths are balancing out for the moment.
That is definitely a returner team.
Yep. Just whew. Blodge runner,
really,
agility
he went back
runner.
For seconds at the stat freak handout.
Yeah. Definitely nice. So.
That's just, that's not a team anybody can really get excited about playing against.
Yeah. Now, I would actually say he needs to buy one more Longbeard, in my opinion. Just because I like the 12th in case you do get one removed.
Yeah, you need that insurance.
Yep. It might be 70k, just elf pricing. Ugh. But with those levels, it could be worthwhile.
No, that's a dwarf team that's going places for sure.
Yep.
I'd expect a good performance out of them next season too with all those players.
Yeah. Now we get the Fogmire Fen Beasts. And I feel like they're going to be going places with this team too. This is a Lizardman team I would keep. And I would reorder.
Yeah.
Because I always keep saying, move your source with your source, and he doesn't do it.
Does the Crocs at number 2 there kind of throw off your OCD a little bit?
Yeah, it throws me off for sure. But he's finally almost gotten the source a second skill with Mighty Blow at the top here.
No, that's solid source development. They all got skills. Some of them got dodge. I mean,
I just don't like the dodge first. Is all
you can build around.
That's all I said about the team, man.
I mean, it's a long-term play.
Yep. Also, the other thing I don't care for is his diving tackle before sidestep mentality, especially on his leader.
I mean, I'm not gonna hate on anybody for liking diving tackle, but
yeah,
it's a lot of diving tackle.
I mean, I like diving tackle only after sidestep. Just where you kind of know it's there.
If you're going to be using your skinks to hard mark down like that too, I mean, they're gonna take some damage.
Yep. And I think it's about time to fire the leader soon. If he takes one more perm, he doesn't have any Apo rights. And with diving tackle, you're literally putting him on people.
Exactly.
So if he had sidestep, it'd be worth it. But yeah. Other than that, though, his Saurus, this is where you want him. And maybe just try to get Tredge a couple Kaz and hope for the best, or he picks up the ball, tries to get it downfield. Maybe it'll work. I feel like he's just going to have to
come on, MVP.
Yeah. Just some way. Then his killer's doing good, and his other one's
he's got 3 sources that are really close to leveling there, so I mean, this...
Yep. But I would 100% say this is one you'd keep.
Oh, for sure, no doubt.
So, Rolling Red, you're doing something right.
Fire that little skink down there. Hope you get some stat ups or plus move or agi skink or something. Then you're right there at the top.
Yep. So, next we got Dark Elves of Trunkywood. So, just got disgusting blitzers. I think Trunk was also nibbling at that salad bar of stat ups
Mm-hmm.
He definitely wanted the leaner ones. He didn't want any plus strengths. So,
Well, 5 agi will take you places.
Agi 5 and movement 9. Indiana Trunk is probably one of my favorite blitzers to see.
I know. I mean, that's seeing both plus move on there. That's
Yep. He just needs some sidestep and he's done. That's one push. You hand off
I
the
would
ball.
definitely pick this
and you
team
do it.
for the playoffs next season. I mean,
Yep.
they're on a 5-game win streak right now. They've got all the tools they need.
Also, that he's basically just going to have to level up these two witches with 1 pass, 1 touchdown each. Not that hard. He'll get strip ball. He'll get a, I don't know what the next skill on this block witch would be. I don't know. Maybe
Mighty
Sure Feet?
Blow. It's going to double Mighty
Oh,
Blow.
yeah. Maybe double Mighty Blow, yeah. But Sure Feet if it's normals, maybe, and just make that your surfer. And just, this team will be nasty. And then he's
It's
going to
got-
start
it's got a lot of
developing
great
linemen
utility
next
players.
next time. I would say that if he could just jump in, do 1 invitational match just to get 2 lineman levels, and then
Can you
call it
do
a day.
just one invitational, or do you have to sign up? You have to get locked in for all 4.
You can just do 1, but you can only do 1 if you do that. Or you can skip 1 depending on like personal circumstances. Like last invitational, I had a hurricane come by. So
Hurricane.
that was a fun time with that. But yeah, I know Trunk is avid against it, but if he could get 2 passes, even 4 passes actually, and 2 touchdowns with the Witch Elves, dude, that's all you'd have to do. And all you need is just 1 good matchup.
Probably wouldn't touch the off season for that team. I mean, the pieces are in good places, and he's going to be able to level them fast just playing his first few games next season.
Yeah. But that's my thoughts on that. So, he's probably not going to do it. I know
really
he's
like
against
that
it.
Dark Elf team, though.
Yeah. Just the only thing I didn't really care for, literally his only level I didn't care for, was diving tackle before its sidestep on his blitzer with tackle.
Man, Trunkhead likes his diving tackle.
Yeah.
He's the one who actually talked me into taking diving tackle on my blitzer. I was about to pass on that double. So, yeah, I'd rather get guard. He's like, whoa, hold the brakes there.
Yep. He's a mean guy. That one.
I like him.
Yeah, I know you like him. Now we get the weenie green meanies and this poor goblin team. I don't think it's ever had an apothecary, so
Shootenheim.
it's fun. Fun times.
I mean, it's a goblin team. What's there to say?
Yeah.
We got some goblins.
His saw's busted up, but it does its job. And he's got 2 block goblins now. It's a bit late, but he does. You know, end of the season, I don't think he's keeping this team. If this was a goblin team to keep, I would say it is, because he has 3 doubles that are on decent players.
Yeah, that can change so fast, though, with those goblins.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Goblins die. They will die. But he's played the most inducement goblins ever, and I don't think it's paid off because he hasn't bought a bench. And they keep
Actually,
dying.
Graveyard, and his graveyard's not that big. He's been able to hold on to some goblins.
Yeah. But still, it's like he's just getting out removed, and even buying 2 star players, you only get 13. And then a lot of them are like secret weapons anyway.
Yeah, he's got the Nuffle Altar for the cheap star players. Get that
Yeah.
10k bomber or whatever it is.
Yeah. Bomber dribble snot. But yeah.
The fan favorite.
Definitely think he's probably going to reroll to a new team. And, I mean, he should totally go back to Norse, man. Totally go back to Norse. They don't die.
I mean, you played a season of goblins. You're already doing the Lord's work there.
Yep. You had your fun.
Uh-huh.
In quotation marks. Thanks for doing it, though. And
I'm sure his opponents had some fun, too.
now here comes to one of my favorite human teams. Favorites. And he has the best thrower in the league, I would have to say. Just
Maybe of all time? I don't know if I've ever seen a thrower that good before.
Yeah. Like, sure, doesn't have block, doesn't have dodge, but I mean, can you deny his status of being an awesome guy?
You can't pass on any of those stat ups, so...
Yeah. And he already has sure hands and pass, so...
Yeah, with sure hands passing 4 agi, you don't even need to put passing skills on that guy. Just go block and hope he gets dodge. Got a super blitzer.
Yep. Just, what do? It does everything. And I have a thrower that's like him, except he doesn't have the plus strength. And I really was loving it because movement 7 throwers are amazing. And then just being able to go around and toss the ball and stuff.
That's the main reason I don't run them, is because that 6 move just ends up killing me so much. But they can be really great with stat ups.
Yeah,
just like that guy.
Sure.
But the one thing this team really needs is some more guard. We're lacking guard for where this human team is.
Yeah, for 2 guard, it's not what you want. And then just some weird choices like the plus movement to jump up. I would have skipped, but he's probably going to try and make it a killer, and you're going to have to score touchdowns before Mighty Blow.
That's the obvious reason you go with jump up. I mean, it's got some good synergy with the plus move too. That's, a lot of people overlook an 8 move piece on the ground, being able to jump up and
just
run across the field.
But
yeah, I really would have liked guard on one of those blitzers somewhere.
Yeah, I think he should have got guard instead of pylon, even though I know pylon's just great removal. Kind of needs it.
Yeah, you just got to have some guard in those mid-TV human matchups, or you're going to get out-bullied by a lot of other hybrid teams.
Hybrid and just, like, any Chaos team will just roll up. They're like, I have 4 strength on a lot of these pieces, and they have guard, and you just don't punch stuff.
I mean, it's not surprising when you look at how those blitzers are built, though, but I think he's close to leading the division in casualties handed out.
I could believe it. He just needs to get some guard, and then he's good.
I think we need a new catcher too.
Yeah, definitely replace that diving catch one.
Diving catch, sidestep, movement bust, adios.
Yeah, he's been moving bust for a while. He's kept them though. The crazy man.
That's probably the one other thing this team is missing is like an offensive game. I see they've only scored 9 touchdowns on the season, so.
Yeah, probably all on that thrower.
I mean,
I mean, I don't think he actually needs the catchers that badly. Like, when his runner, or when his thrower just does everything, sure, he can pass, but he doesn't need 2 developed catchers to actually do a lot of dodging and stuff when that guy can just run up too. So.
Yeah, but it's I mean, even fresh catchers can do this, but I mean, it's really valuable to just have that kind of safety valve whenever you're playing, just to be able to put it on a catcher and score real fast whenever something starts going really bad on offense.
It's very fair. He just has to worry about the 1 and 9, unlike some people.
hey, there's still some good catchers on that free agent team too. You can pick one up.
Well, he's at 70K, so I don't think he has enough to buy anything.
Yeah, and then you look at that armor busted guard kick lineman. That's a tough choice too.
I mean, I would keep it. Armor 7 is not that bad.
Yeah, and he's not going to start on the line of scrimmage with kick, but
yeah. So now we got the mutants and human clothing. But that's a team I would say no reroll, by the way, for the humans.
Oh, me either. No, if you get rid of that thrower, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah. And now, just all the levels on these goblins, and look at what happened. Just, I don't think I've seen so many skills on goblins.
Wow.
Just, what?
See, that's not a bad Underworld team right there.
Yeah, just...
I mean, yeah, it could fall apart at any moment, but...
And he's finally got tentacles on the troll.
Got gummy worms. Both the blitzers can get the removals. Troll's got what he needs.
Yeah, so... have all the kill skills he ever needs. Needs probably one more tackle on the other blitzer.
One depressing thing I saw in the team's graveyard, they have a 5 agi thrower.
He was niggled halfway through the season, and he tossed it because he wanted a new thrower for the strength advantage. Because I know they play down positionals horribly, but I could not have tossed that.
Yeah, I don't think I would have tossed. I mean, granted, Spoonie's definitely a more experienced coach than me, and he did good with Underworld, so what do I know? But really, you're going to get rid of a 5 agi thrower? I don't know. Hey, he's doing something right. He had a good season with Underworld, so...
Yeah. The only thing I think he has to do is eliminate that TV bloat of the bank and not go in the Devastational, and he'll be good. But he doesn't need the bank bloat because there's nothing to buy yet. And not going to be for a while.
First season Underworld, so... Yeah, I mean, he's got all the multiple 2-head goblins.
I think just 3 doubles on goblins is super strong. I would have went for another wrestle, though, instead of just 2 block.
Yeah, that does kind of make him kind of great surprise sackers, doesn't it?
Because you can easily give them horns if they get that level after that point.
Mm-hmm. And they
Or
can do a
maybe they
little
get
bit-
strip ball, you know?
do a little bit of stunny cage diving.
Yeah. And then they always have two heads access after that. So,
Exactly.
great team, though. It's definitely
Yeah,
cool.
I'd really like to see that team return just to see how they do.
Yep. Then next, we got Truba Urbana with Hipster. And just looking at it, he's really missing that thrower, I feel. With him just having 3 SPP, it's kind of lame. He used to have a nice
did
one.
he lose a thrower?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was like sure hands, it had accurate and stuff, and it did its
Such is
job.
the fate of the Armor 7.
Yep. Armor 7 doesn't always die. It just sometimes dies.
Only
And
when
then,
they're not playing against me.
Only when they're not playing against you?
That would always feel.
Yep. And Fen Blitzer. That's an interesting choice. But I can see that if he wants to kind of hold someone up, he just jumps in a cage.
You know, from what he plays a really, really good defense. That's definitely one of the strong points of his game. I can see how that Finn's blodge, sidestep, blitzer, that play into that would be a really annoying defense piece.
For sure. And
This is-
then his catchers definitely carry him.
Oh yeah, the catchers are the team.
Plus agility, the mighty blow, and plus movement, block, tackle, dodge.
9
So
move
good.
mighty blow. There's no escape.
Like, that guy I think is the most developed player I've seen in one season. Granted, he's had the pre-games, but 85.
He's almost at 100 SPP. That's
He'll be at 100 SPP probably next season. Like, sorry, not 100 SPP. Like, he'll probably get another, like, 80 SPP next season and almost make it to the legend player.
who knows what the playoffs hold too. I actually think he's got a pretty good matchup that first game. I see he's playing some like mid 1800 orcs. So
Whose orc do you know it is? It's not Bash Incorporated, is it?
No, it is not. No, it is not.
Okay.
It's the slightly less TV. Not seeing it right now. I remember looking at those. It's a typical mid 1800s orc team. You know, it's going to have its guard, it's going to have its mighty blow tackle, and a couple piling on pieces. But
Not too bad.
hey, Hipster's a pretty solid coach, and he's going to be getting a wizard. So that's all you need to make magic happen.
Yep. He has that 150k just to scum on inducements. And I agree. If you're going to go into playoffs, you're definitely going to be scumming.
Oh, what else is the point? You know, what are you going to save that money for?
I don't know. Probably positionals A loses. And also guard Lyman's one pass away from leveling up. So I could see him literally throwing one pass in the playoffs games right there. Just to get the guard Lyman something else to level on.
A good pro elf team and a good coach, so I think he could definitely do some action in the playoffs.
So it'll be interesting to see. And I just gotta also say, his linemen are also getting some levels now. He was trying to keep it low, and now they're just kind of sprouting one up at a time. So maybe he'll get linemen that actually live or something. Impossible.
Yeah, let's hedge that back a little bit.
Yeah. Now we get the Grody Greens with our Nurgle friend. And he still has a disgusting beast in Nurgle. It's so disgusting nowadays, though.
No,
It's done
it
everything.
shouldn't be.
Okay, guys. Boys and girls. This is how you make your nice beast in Nurgle. You roll some plus strength. You get Sand Firm. You get block. And then he doesn't even have to roll doubles just to get some guard, and he's perfect. You can't beat it. So,
That's a very good beast in Nurgle.
yep. Just,
Not to say that the rest of the team's too shabby either, but
well, 2 warriors are. Let's be real here. But,
yeah, he's not gonna feel that absence of firepower as much though. I mean, he's still got a killer
Yeah.
warrior, and then when you know he's gonna be throwing blocks all the time with that beast in Nurgle. So
yep. Just that beast in Nurgle's throwing blocks. Next doubles, I could actually see him getting claw.
I could too.
So, just, whew.
Got the plus move ball carrier, not too shabby.
Yeah, I like plus movement on Pastagoras. because that makes him just really fast. Movement 7 is way better than 6, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
and that's definitely Nurgle's biggest weakness is that speed.
So he's got that. I don't like his plus strength router, but if you're gonna keep bloat, he's okay, I guess.
I mean, he's probably going to live a short and glorious life, but
Yeah.
it'll be
And
very
then
annoying.
his block guards actually lived a long time. I'm surprised. He's just missing next game for the minus movement. But I would have definitely taken guard on the other router since he only has that one.
Yeah, I think that might have been an instance where I'd pass on plus strength too.
But, I mean,
But, maybe not. You never know.
he knows what he's doing more than me, I guess.
It's really hard to pass on that plus strength too.
Yep. Oh, I know. I know. But just that beast in Nurgle. I keep looking back and
Yeah, you know that team's returning just because of that beast alone.
Yeah. like Beast in Nurgle is one of the big guys that I would say you get that plus strength, you can't toss it because he has tentacles. It already goes with the skill he has.
Mm-hmm. Now he's just so hard to bring down.
Yeah. Oof. Anyway, I think we gotta go to the next one. That one's just too strong. Now
Almost
we got the
18
Fallen
pounds.
Wonders.
It's not a bad looking Amazon team either. They've
Yep.
managed to have some pretty solid development for.
And considering no one's dead, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And
So talking about, I mean, they've got some development across the board. That's pretty impressive for Amazons.
yep. He finally got his
Big
thrower
ones.
off strong arm, so now he actually passes, I think, a bit more. And he's got a killer blitzer. His other blitzer got sidestep on doubles. I guess that's just what he wanted. I'm not sure. Then just his catcher does something. He actually has a thrower catcher combo. And he's kind of just been going around. I think he needs a diving tackle piece with his other catcher, but it's pretty solid. The only thing I don't like is the TV bloat and the bank department.
Well, what would you? How would you trim the team down? Would you cut a reserve?
The bank,
Oh, yeah, he's got 60 over on bank.
yeah. So that, and I might just toss one because I like a 13 bench on my AV7 bash teams, especially with Dodge involved on this. But it can be spooky, so I know 14's a nice place.
Yeah,
But-
especially with that AV7. But in a returning
So,
team division,
I
they're
don't
probably
hate
gonna
him
be
keeping
playing
this.
up. So,
Even with the movement busted lineman.
Mhm.
I mean, it's not anything else, so he come back pretty strong next time.
It's
So-
really pretty impressive to survive and with all those Amazons in this division like that. A lot of bash.
Yeah. So hopefully he's doing pretty good next season. He did middle of the road here. So might do better next time. Next one we got, we're skipping Stringer Bell and we're going straight to Michaels in his playoff glory.
See what this Necro team looks like.
And
Ooh.
his Necro team's weird. And he finally got a block golem, which I would have skipped for guard, in my opinion.
That is a weird looking Necro team just because all that development on the ghouls.
And
the
no
only
dirty
part that
player
makes me
zombie.
A little uneasy.
Yeah. Yeah, just his ghoul is his werewolf, don't you know?
Obviously.
So he's got that. He's getting some werewolf development, but it's not a lot in any particular area.
I mean, yeah, you got that niggled werewolf, but you still got Mighty Blow Block and Agi, so I'd keep.
And also he's been replacing some flesh golems, but the way he talked about using them is he kind of just throws them up somewhere and hopes they kind of do their job. They stand up, get punched, stand up, get punched. He doesn't care for them like Jimmy Burrito does.
I mean, you can't miss your flesh golems dying if they never get developed to begin with. So,
Yep.
is it better to have loved and lost?
I mean, apparently it's working here. And we got a guard zombie. And lots of developed zombies is the only thing I really don't care about on this team.
Yeah, that's just my main complaint is I'd like to see more of the SPP on the wolves and the whites and
Like, he can toss
lineman flesh golems.
minus movement, one wrestle, and that's all he has to do really, just to trim it down a little bit, go to 1680. And that's a decent amount of inducements right there, 40k.
Mm-hmm.
It's worthwhile.
Oh, but you know who he's playing first round though, right?
No.
Bash Incorporated. Speaking of,
Oh, he's got
so
Bash Incorporated.
you want some inducements? You're going to be getting some inducements there,
Oh,
boy.
okay. Yeah, you might want to keep those guys. I take that back. You keep them all. Buy a bench. Buy a bigger bench.
You're still going to be getting 600 or 700K inducements, so.
Okay. I think he needs one more zombie at least. Yep.
I mean, he can buy whatever he wants going into that next game. He'll have the cash.
Yeah, he's got like 2,200 orcs, or is it just 2,100?
They're actually 23.
They're 23?
Yeah, it's
Jeez.
a bit of a problem. I didn't see it until I started looking at the playoff teams yesterday. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, there's no claw in the Big O, so this orc team has just grown to
Yeah.
insane proportions.
Big O definitely lets orcs slide a bit too much. Bring the claw today.
We need to mail them some claw mighty blow teams.
Dude, you should have gone in with a claw mighty blow team, man.
Oh, that's not my
Show 'em
style.
what's
That's
up.
not my style.
But
Humans can't get claw.
sure they can. Norse has it.
Yeah, I've tried to play Norris. I really like him, but something about that AV7 just never able to make it work.
Yep. Anyway, good luck, Michaels.
Yeah, good luck. Everybody's rooting for you.
Yeah.
Know that.
I mean, you do have some good star player access. I'm just saying there's a strength 5 vampire in there with armor 9. He could do it.
I mean, shoot, he could get the vamp and chain you maybe.
Yeah. That's like, the vamp's about almost 400k though. So that's the only problem with that.
He'll be having over
And Cheney's
6.
240. Oh yeah, he could just afford that, but he would get no wizard.
Or he could then bank cash the wizard if he wanted to.
Well, no, I think he needs a little bit extra to do it, depending on where the TV value goes.
I think it was 630 or 640. I can't remember.
630. It's like 390 for the... Yeah, he'd be just off the wizard, I think, if you got them both.
He'll be having a lot of inducement choices. He'll be doing a lot of math and figuring that out. He's got
Yeah.
some time.
I mean, he also needs a Babe, just saying. It's going to be in there.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot you need against that team.
Babe, second apothecary, maybe a star player. You know, you go from there.
Do us all a favor and touch as many black works as possible with that Claw Mighty Blow Wolf.
Yeah. Do the Big O a favor.
Not just the Big O, really the whole of Rebel.
Yep. We don't need it coming back to playoffs.
We don't. Nobody wants to play against that. Come on.
Yeah. Well, good luck, Michaels, and we're going to move on to Common Consulting, where we get a lot of Mighty Blow and some dirty players.
Ooh, 6 Strength Tomb Guardian.
Yep.
Ooh, you know
That's
that
kind
guy
of
was
his
break
big
out.
claimed fame, but he doesn't have any doubles on him, and I don't feel like he has a lot of guard. So he's not coming into the next season, I feel, as a powerhouse.
Yeah,
But
Kimmy
he's
definitely
going
need all
to
those
get to the
guard.
powerhouse pretty soon with 2 levels on a Tomb Guardian. Pretty, like, one's 1 off, one's 3 off. It can happen. They'll probably just get a couple cas with the Mighty Blow, and that's when they'll start firing. Maybe get some blocks. Like, if he could get some 2 block, maybe, then it will be a scary team. But right now, he's just kind of middle of the road. He had a Blitz Rod die when it had Mighty Blow, so it was about to get there. Dylan's finally at Palm. He needs tackle, and that's going to be rushed ASAP, I would hope, in the Devastational if he's coming in with it. Which, I
Who
mean,
knows? That throw rock could be a touchdown away from
Yeah.
Hail Mary pass or something.
or, you know, touchdown on a Blitzer. So I would take this to the Devastational.
Yeah, that's
I think there's something to gain.
probably. I mean, it's always risky with Kimry because they can get beat up just as bad as they can beat up people sometimes.
Yep. But,
Man, that 6 Strength Tomb Guardian, just wait till that guy gets break tackle. That'll be a really fun piece.
yeah. Just diving into cages.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
I hope he returns. I like Kimry.
Yeah, from what I hear, he's going to be returning, especially since this was a rougher season, and he finally got to start turning his way at the end there.
I mean, yeah, when you look at the whole body of work, he didn't really have a bad season.
And just saying, he has 14 players, 3 rerolls, and his team's worth only 15-20. And I know he has the bank
That explain
bloat,
why
so
he was getting like
yeah.
Setek and the Wizard last game.
Yeah, just it's not expensive to get all this,
No.
so he can have something. Next, or actually, that's actually it. So it's that. We're gonna have a little bit about our off-season chat, and the first piece of off-season news I have to give you is there's gonna be sign-ups in the description below, so you can get into the Devastational, you can get into the Invitational, you can get into the just the sign-ups for next season.
The Devastational is really fun, y'all. Everybody finds great team development there, just player bonding. It's just an awesome experience.
Yep, and it is cross-region, so if you have a tight schedule, it's gonna be hard to go into, but I would really recommend it after doing it for one season and having a few games there. I definitely enjoyed playing in with some of like the Big O guys or G-Man dude.
That's one of my favorite aspects of Blood Bowl, is the international aspect.
So I met with them, voice chatted with them, and I didn't have a bad time. Definitely fun. And also the Greenhorn, if you're thinking about the reroll, as we were kind of pointing out, some people just might want to play a different team, even if you have an awesome one. I can understand that. Sometimes you just want someone new. So I'm going to be putting those links down. And any other news you have for us, JJ Cash? Any like last words you want to say for this season?
I hope everyone in Division 4 and Division 5A does good in the playoffs. Let's represent.
Yep. So represent or die, you know? That's what we're saying.
Yeah, I know I'm playing Wood Elves first game. I'm a little scared about that one.
Yep. So good luck in our playoff matches. I'll try to see what you guys get, and hopefully you do good in your next seasons. Have a good one.
Good luck, everybody. And hey, thanks again for doing all these recaps for us. Really helps make the division great.
Yeah. No problem, man.
Until next time.